Hey everybody, we are here in the backyard of my house doing an update for you guys. I know it's been a little while. The first thing that we wanted to talk about was last weekend. We took Sam to Idaho to meet and be with his new family. Um, they're absolutely amazing. It's a cute little family. They've got two like preteen kids, a boy and a girl. They've got another dog named Henry, who is exactly the same breed as Sam, and he's 3 years old. So we drove all the way out to Idaho. We stopped in Spokane for the night, and then went to Coeur d'Alene where they live. And their house is beautiful. They've got a big backyard. We introduced the dogs and they hit it off immediately. So they had the best time. It was difficult to leave him behind, but it's also, I know, the best thing for Sam, given what we're about to do and how young he is. So it was bittersweet, but it's a really good situation that we're leaving Sam in. So we're very happy about that, and that's done. That was last weekend. I've been getting a couple updates since then, and he's doing great. He's having pup cups and going to the pub and playing in the backyard and swimming at the lake, and so he's having a good old time. So we just wanted to give an update real quick on that and a couple other things.
Yeah, we picked up on the dog theme. We picked up Milo's ginormous crate.
Mm-hmm.
It fills like 3/4 of the bed of the truck, and we picked it up early so that could get really comfortable for him before we traveled, so that he knows that's his safe space. So he had an old tent I got on Etsy a long time ago. It was so cute. It was like a doggy teepee, and that was his favorite thing to lay in because he loves to be kind of burrowed under things. But it was getting really raggedy, and we can't take it with us, so we got rid of it today and then put the little bed that was inside the tent in the crate. And he's already been sleeping and napping in the kennel, so you know I'm glad that he likes kennels. He's not afraid of them. That's his safe space, so that's already going really, really well. And then the other update is we're still trying to get our first rental in, hopefully Sechus, but it's been really difficult. We've been looking on this website, Idealista, and submitting um, messages to all the apartments that we see that are in town and not like an awful amount of money. Um, but there's not a lot available in the town of Sechus because it's more expensive that we can afford, or that people are getting back to us. Honestly, probably about 1 in 10 people get back to me on Idealista, and I'm not sure if that's like you're an American, we don't trust you, we don't know you type of thing, or we're also finding that we thought, the main tourist month is August. So we thought, okay, we're getting there September. It'll be no problem. There'll be a ton open that'll be cheaper because they jack the rates up in the summer months, like 2 to 3 times the rent in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
But we're finding that they consider that summer tourist season from May to September. So we're finding so many more rental options and cheaper rental options that start in October, but that don't start in September. Um, the other issue is that in Spain, the way the rental laws work is that once you sign a year lease with a landlord, is that they don't really have the legal ability to kick you out for 5 years, even if you're the crappiest tenant in the world, even if you don't pay rent, if you destroy the place, like they really can't kick you out for 5 years. So landlords want to book people for 11-month leases. So we're finding that even though we select short-term lease on Idealista and we contact them and we say, hey, we want this for 3 months, and they're like, oh, sorry, we only do 11-month leases.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dang it. So um, there was one that was really promising right in Sechus that we were super excited about. It was a little more than we wanted to spend. We're like, it's in Sechus, it's right where we want to be. We have to, get our home base situated. We submitted all our paperwork and they denied us. And they had already jacked the rate up more than they said because they're like, oh, you're American, you're going to now pay X amount more. And it was going to end up being close to 10,000 euros that we would have had to put down to reserve this place for 3 months, which is not feasible. It's not going to
No.
happen. So now we're looking outside of Sitges further, and Jordan found a place in Castelldefels.
Yeah, it's a little bit farther north, but it's between Barcelona and Sitges, so we could easily hop on the train to go to either place. Barcelona is where we want to establish doctors and things like that to have access to hormones and things that we need. I just figured that it'd be better to be closer to Barcelona than, let's say, go south. So we did talk about, what does it look like if we just go down to Valencia right away? Because we have our Spanish tutor there, but it's pretty far for us to establish care, so we decided not to do that.
And by train, this little town is just south of the airport. It is 11 whole minutes by train to the city center of Sitges. So we're like, okay, it's really no big deal. It takes us longer to drive from where we live now to the grocery store than it would be to get on the train. To get there, and the train leaves every 15 minutes. So I just submitted our passports and everything. It's not like rentals here where you just like show that you can pay and they're like, okay, cool, you have the apartment. They like interview you.
Yeah.
They want to know, why are you coming? Why do you want to move to Spain? What is your job? What do you, I just didn't expect that. So thankfully my Spanish is good enough that those have been going okay, because
yeah,
I feel like the second you say you're from the US, the price that they tell you all of a sudden becomes like time and a half.
Right.
Like, we're not those rich Americans, please.
Yeah.
we're leaving for a reason. But I sent it in today, so hopefully we hear back soon if we got this other place a little further away. It's like 2 blocks from the beach. It's a little 1-bedroom apartment. They accept dogs. It has parking.
It's an ideal situation, and hopefully that one works out, because we're striking out quite a bit. But we'll do another update coming up as soon as we find out where we're gonna stay.
Yeah, and then I guess our last update is I have to pass a Spanish proficiency exam at a basically high intermediate level in order to finish my application for my PT degree. So the way they grade it is like A1 is the absolute beginner, and then A2, B1, B2, C1 is like very proficient, and C2 is like your native speaker. So I have to pass a B2 or higher test to be able to finalize my application. So I take that tomorrow in Seattle. It's only offered at like 5 cities around the US 4 different times during the year. And thank goodness Seattle was one of them, because if not, there was like LA, Houston, New York. Yeah. Like I would have had to fly somewhere. But it's like a 7-hour test. It's reading, writing, listening, and speaking. I feel about 50% confident I'm going to pass it, to be honest. I feel more confident in my Spanish than evidently I'm doing on these practice tests, and it really just depends how lucky I am with the themes that they pick. They'll do a reading on, physical activity in the office, and I get all of them right, so I'm like, perfect, I know this vocab, I'm a physical therapist. And then they'll have one on like the stock market exchange and the financial implications, and I fail all the questions, and then I go like look back with the dictionary, and I'm like, okay, what is this word in English? And I'm like, I don't know the word in English. Excellent. So we're hoping for good themes tomorrow, that I relatively know the vocab of in English, let alone Spanish. And if not, I will have to retake it in 6 months to a year after I have more time.
I think it's okay. Like, if it doesn't go well, it's no big deal. You can always retake it. Like, it's gonna work out.
Now it's just gonna be really embarrassing if I fail and everybody knows.
They're like,
And so
it's okay.
That's our big updates, and hopefully by the next video we'll have secured our place to stay.
I will say something about the house.
Oh, yes.
We are going to be closing potentially on the house on the 15th of August. So we just had the appraisal done today, and everything went really well. And a friend of mine is buying the house. I think we'd said that in an early video. So I think we got the green light to go ahead with their financing. And yeah, the 15th is a little bit earlier than what we had anticipated. We have to be out by the 14th then. And we had an Airbnb in Seattle for the 20th. And so we're staying with a friend for that first week that we're supposed to be out of the house. So we've got a big long list of things to do between now and when we have to be out. But we're getting a little bit done at a time. We just made our, list of random things today that it's hard to think of everything that needs to be done, but we've got a nice list going and we're knocking them out one at a time. We've got only a few weeks left.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I work one more week here next week, and then we go to Alabama
Yep,
to see
we're
your
going to
family.
Alabama to see my family.
And then we come back, and it's like 2-3 weeks, and we're out.
Yeah. So it's happening really fast all of a sudden. But it's great. Everything's working out really well. We just got to keep trying to find a place to stay.
So hopefully by next video, that is all taken care of.
Yes. Yeah, hopefully.